Then we can copy this, paste it into the thing. Alright. Updated. So if we go, to there, to there. Edit. It's weird. It's okay. It's weird, but we've got to manually edit the stuff. Copy that there. Done. Live stream. Okay. Done. Done. Edit. Set the title. Let's go. Should be done. Yeah, I've kind of been I've been looking forward to this. Looking forward to seeing how this ends, because see, the story's been good. I've totally enjoyed the story. I mean, the combat's pretty basic, but it works. You know, it works. It's basic, but it works. I mean, it does what it says on the tin, right? So many streamers are streaming a sponsored Tom Clancy Rainbow Six game. I wonder if they got some new promo or something going on with it. If you don't know me, I mean, I've never played Rainbow Six, but yeah. Okay. Just do that. Done. An announcement about the next Siege game earlier. So is it something new they're doing, or is it like a new mode or something? I mean, obviously Rainbow Six has been around for a while, and it's been around for a bloody long time. So yeah. Oh, let's get us in. Yeah, it's never. I don't know. There's been some clones and similar sort of games out, but I've never been. There we go. So you'll be, once you enter, you cannot leave. Once you enter, the point of no return is here.
Well, this is it, I guess. Feels very different from the last time I left Gallowayne's tusks. I will say, it's nice to look out and see Solace still standing. Thanks for that.
Gosh, I had no right to make a decision for everyone.
Right. It's better than an Adir and Envoy do it.
Solace is still standing. And so are you. We're in this together.
Just so you know, Kai, it's starting to sound like you like me.
If you happen to need a reminder, do let us know.
Wow, look at her fur.
Brooding in silence can be quite the mood killer.
You know what?
Not to spoil the moment with good news, but
that wasn't an issue with her fur before the patch.
While we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention after we take care of the Envoy's little god.
They're so buggy. She's got such a buggy face.
Empire bearing down on us.
Yeah, so the update, we just had a big patch which totally fucked up her fur, right? Maybe reset some video settings or something. But luckily she's not in our party, so once we get the scene done, we don't look at her because she's not with us. An island right for a study, and instead we're arguing about who owns it. England was right to leave.
Who knew an archmage could be so relatable?
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning
I mean, a
needed
lot of
to
these big
protect that
patches, they
place.
fix a bunch of stuff
But it
and break a bunch of
Never
stuff,
felt
right?
like
So,
more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
I suppose it'd be a rare opportunity to put a few metaphysical test theories to the test.
That's the spirit. And funny you should mention it. I have a theory about the garden. Or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it.
Rainbow Six Siege X.
Sabadell has been imprisoned
Siege
a long
or
time.
Siege 10. Okay.
The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if
I think
we
it's
saw
been a few years since they added a new one, which is probably why it's a big deal, I suppose, right? You're saying there's a chance we'll become brave and lunatics?
Sanity won't get us through the garden. Madness opens the mind to discovery. So madness is what we need right now. Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sabadell. Set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
Yes. It is gonna be, yes.
Everyone deserves freedom.
I could make an exception for a god with the power to destroy us all in a tantrum.
Sabadell is responsible for the spiritual health of the living lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right
Okay,
or
it
wrong
seems-
choice to
ooh.
make here.
Okay.
Just the one you believe in.
Any more words of wisdom?
Just one. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature.
Oh, yeah,
If
no,
you
me,
can call
dog.
it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Does anyone feel like turning back?
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. Yatsley, if you feel like running back to Quilichi, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilichi that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Alright, we're in this together.
Fair weather or foul?
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your
Hang on, so they're all saying they're not going to sit about in camp, they're all going to come with you, but we can only take two. Let's see if we've got an option in the settings for fur, right? Is there a fur option? I mean, I've been playing it the whole game like this, with everything on high with these two on epic, right? So I don't know what it is. We don't technically have a hair or fur option, but the patch definitely did that, right? Let's turn this off. We don't technically need that on. We don't technically need that. I've been playing with it. It's not been a problem. But...
Would you like some ice, darling?
I'm not drinking anything.
Alright, get one last little bunch of sausages and stuff. Yeah, you get 4 sausages every craft, right? I had hundreds of these fucking things. It's like 8. That's another 12. 16. 16 more. Get some stew. This could be the last time we make food. These are the ones that give us our essence. We're spamming the crap out of those, so... Battle pie. Right. Or beetle pie. Beetle pie? Alright, that'll do. Let's make some porridge. Right.
Well, I remember hearing an old wives' tale that when you're on the verge of panic, you hold some ice. It gives you something to focus on, apparently. I can magically whip up some for you if ever you need it.
Right. No thanks. I'm fine.
No need to bite my head off.
What if it's just a cutscene? Let's put it back on and see if it was just that cutscene.
Darling, I'm only trying to help.
Gods.
I wonder if it's a
I'm having a
cutscene.
rough day in my porridge.
I'm starting to suspect that every single leader in the living
Yeah,
lands
when you're
is
looking at
incompetent.
her, it doesn't.
Truly, is there no?
It wasn't
Hopefully
doing it, but
those
in a cutscene,
birds we-
it was.
Why? Meeting that. Okay, how can I?
Come on. I need to change more options.
Well. So,
Maybe, but when you go in a cutscene, it puts the light on them. Let's turn the option off again and see if it did anything about it. I just want to get out of here. Let me out. We're repeating stuff we've already spoken about a lot, but we got to go through it again. Right. Let's do it. So it goes back in. I mean, but she's not in my party, so it's not as if it's not going to make much difference. We're not going to see her in anything but cutscenes.
we really must stop meeting like this. People will talk.
Yeah, so I know with what they said was what they tried to do with this update. One of the things they did was try to default. They're trying to make it so that DLSS was using the new temporal models, the DLSS 4. So turning that off, it stopped, right? So maybe it's something messed up with those models because it's not doing it here, right? Just standing here, it's not. So it must be that. It must be what they did with the models when they tried to add DLSS 4 support. Or more so, it could be because I've added native DLSS 4 support in the game. I actually had DLSS 4 hard coded in the app, so maybe that's was causing a conflict. I wonder if that was causing a conflict. I'm kind of curious. Oh, where's the game? I was just looking in the app to see if it was still set to do it as alright, let's see if it was still set to do it. Okay. TLS override model? No, it's not. It's just it's set to use whatever. It's set to use the game one. Cool.
How do we keep finding?
Alright, we'll just leave it off because it doesn't. We don't need it on. What am I doing?
What if Aora was once a single land?
Well, that's
So, this is it. The spiritual
This is it.
epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long, I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Why am I so anxious?
You were feeling lost after Emerald Stair.
You may be right. When I gave up, I stopped worrying so much. And now that we're here, it's obvious I don't know what I want anymore.
This is
Do you
it.
remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
What was the power's invention? I don't remember that at all.
That was nothing compared to this. We are standing in the beating heart of the living lands. Just imagine what we can do with it.
Haven't got much time to decide.
And only one chance to get it right. My parents were going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
Uh-huh. You gotta decide what to do. Your life, the past has no say in the matter.
I'll try to remember that. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it.
That's because you got heal spells, right? You know any stories about the garden?
Well, that depends. I know a few spooky stories about the living lands. They may or may not have anything to do with the garden.
Uh-huh. Right, spooky.
Okay, But if something goes bump in the night, I'm waking you up.
Let me think of a good one. Which do you want to hear first? I know one about a ranger's dream, one about a haunted well.
We do the haunted world and we get on with it.
Once upon a time,
We don't want to sit
a
on here
young
and
girl
ghost
left
stories.
town to fetch water from the local well. After
do want
pulling
that.
up the rope, she discovered the head of a Delimgan, one of the tree folk, staring at her from the bucket. "Return me to my grove," it said, "and I will grant you 3 wishes." So she carried the head into a peaceful clearing and sat it down on a tree stump. First, she wished for long life. The head granted her wish. Second, she wished to be impervious to a sword blade. Granted. And finally, she wished to know what happens after we die. No one ever saw her again. All they found was an Adra pillar in the middle of a clearing, next to an old stump.
Why would you wish for that? You know what I mean?
Only a fool ignores a fable. Even the silliest ones hide a bit of truth.
Alright. Fuck it, let's do
Of
another
course.
one. The Golden City.
Many years ago, when Fior Messiverno was barely a dot on the map, an Animancer got lost in the wilderness. He came upon a pair of ancient trees, their trunks and branches intertwined. A strange light shone in the space between the trees, and beyond that light, a city of gold. So the Animancer returned with an axe to chop the trees apart and fit his body through the narrow gap. But with every blow of his axe, the towers of the Golden City fell. The walls crumbled, the lights flickered out. By the time he made it through, there was nothing left. Only the bones of a once mighty civilization. As for the 2 trees, they were dead, hacked to splinters, leaving him no path back the way he came.
Uh-huh. Has anyone know the story?
Who said it was true? It's very strange. I can't remember who told me that story.
Okay.
Who could rest at a time like this?
Into the garden we
Does anyone
go.
want to shift?
We'll take the healer and the tank. Hello, Elswin. We're heading into the garden. The final obstacle. Wait, we leveled up again. What? Why did we level up? We just leveled up again. I do Constitution. And we got another point. We just struggled to. Let's put that. We get health. We'll put that one and get a bit of health. Wait, hang on. Does that? Right.
Wonder if Yahtzee brought her ladder. What? That's convenient.
Let's have some stew. Right. Okay. The final stretch. Yeah, we've just gone past the point of no return, so we got like 2 missions left. Hey, we're still getting uniques. Oh, not uniques, that's just upgrade materials. Okay. Yeah, so this is the last area, so probably hunting for shinies is probably not much point, right? He says as he hunts for the all the shinies.
Is he really an artist? He might actually. Just like the good old days.
Right. So we're going to get there, and Sapadar going to be like, hang on a second, why are you killing everything? Get out of here! And then just kill us. I mean, we found out that the, Sapadar is the cause of the dream scourge, right? This god that's in your head. That you are the godlike of. She's responsible for
Don't
this.
see a better way down. You first. I'll be right behind you.
Don't look down.
We almost hit that rock. That would have hurt, wouldn't it? Ooh. So you gotta break. I get that. That's obviously just coming from the other side because you can't burn it from this side because you can't cast or do anything in the water. But I got a rest thing over here. Bang. Two of them want to speak to us. Now we got here. Let's see what they want to say. We got to listen to their chats, haven't we? Because it might be the last time we get to speak to the buggers.
Envoy, you're probably here to see how I'm doing, yeah? Well, I'm doing great. I always knew my home would destroy itself from within. I just never thought I'd get a chance to stop it.
You did well in Solus.
Right. If you get any more sappy, I'll think you've turned into a tree. But enough of that. You have a lot to do. Right, Chief. Thanks for talking. Envoy, what do you need? Not
He's
before
sure
I
the
done
arcade
some-
above his head as if he wants to talk to us.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
It gives me the creeps.
I thought you were into all this esoteric, metaphysical stuff. If you're thinking about the fact that this place is the epicenter of the Dream Scourge, or we've got a half-crazy god trying to break free around us, my advice is, don't. Focus on the problems you can see, and attack them as they come. Take every march one step at a time. Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
If a god is a being of vast essence, the imprisonment means isolating a massive, powerful soul in the artery.
You make it sound like we have a ticking bomb under our feet. And judging from Sapadal's outbursts at Mount Forja and Naku Kubel, you're probably not far off. They're a few provocations away from disaster.
Sapana talk about compassion and forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better.
I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
Knowing you, I suppose you're not in favor of giving Sapadal a second chance.
You know, if Sapadal were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit, I'd be right there with you. But knowing they could end us all with a temper tantrum puts things in perspective. I guess we've all got our limits. And I don't envy you having to deal with a loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have when we escape this place.
Okay, what do you mean?
While we're tracking down your god, things are heating up between your Adiran comrades and the locals.
I was sent to deal with the dream scourge, not politics.
And some days you wake up and the deck of your ship's covered in bird shit. You
What?
can clean it up or you can step in it. That's the choice.
Sure.
You may have averted the attack on Fjord, but this is one situation where it's the thought that counts. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelgard banned the practice in Paradise.
I see your
Oh,
point.
I wish I were finished. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
That doesn't look good.
And then there's Solace. You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time.
Nature, right?
You'd be surprised where people can find
Nature.
blame when they're spun up. And it looks real bad when a Steel Garrote force just so happened to be there when it went down. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's gonna be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Hilgard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
Tensions are high and everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
I sent to stop a plague, not prosecute a war.
Yeah, those were your orders. And if you make it back, you'll be the godlike Adiran who survived an assassination, treated with local leaders, faced a god, and stopped the Dream Scourge. That's a powerful symbol indeed.
I don't want to make this choice.
I wouldn't either. Look on the bright side. Maybe we die here, and then you don't have to. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you.
Well, thanks.
Anytime. Good night, On.
Well, I mean, okay. Okay.
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
The rest of the place is exhausting.
Your soul is small. The essence weighs like the sea on your chest. We feel the pressure. Darkness, yet somehow strengthened resolve. We wonder.
You know what I wonder? You know what?
Deer leaps at its reflection in the lake.
Surprise.
You have defied our expectations at every turn. Perhaps we should not have been.
What do you do if you weren't in prison?
The sky is green. The fish breathes air. We can no longer imagine.
Wait, the fish breathes air underwater? Take your time.
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
What about the people who live on those hills?
Disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Shake the roots slowly. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be.
What was that?
We spoke of flowers.
You definitely said something.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
see the disciple has found her way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
You must be dedicated to follow me all this way.
It seems I was not clear enough when I last spoke with you.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
Shut up, you old witch. There isn't an option that says shut up, you old witch. Shut up, you old witch.
Hell? It has forged the iron of its own restraints. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
Uh-huh. I don't believe it, that was you.
Who else would have the strength?
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
Uh-huh. You couldn't reach the living lancer to make vote, did you? Dirty little...
Work that sullies one hand meets out justice with the next. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
Then the godless.
The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
I got a feeling these last two quests are going to be lots and lots of chatting and not much, you know, and a couple of boss fights, you know what I mean? Why'd you have to come to this?
The crime dictates the punishment. Its mere existence is a threat.
You godless are ordinary people, they pose no danger to you.
It used their souls to mold itself. Starvation was the only way.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
Uh-huh. It's not your order. This doesn't mean it's anarchy.
I refuse to even dignify that with a response. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror.
Uh-huh. No. They deserve a second chance.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
Never understood Rodica's appeal.
Okay.
Still don't.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god.
Stew. Have some. Oh, we got like spiced and beetle sausage. We got 100 and something of those. Have a few of those, right? A few beetle sausages. It doesn't sound very appetizing, does it? Beetle sausages. You know what I mean? Right, she pissed off Rodica, and now she's gonna throw everything at us to stop us getting there, right? keep seeing that thing pop up, but I can't actually. When I'm trying to find it, I couldn't see it. Ah. Oh, look, I got a... Shit. A key on a body somewhere? There's a body here somewhere. Right, I see a body icon. Almost... It can't be up there. Where's the body icon? It's just here, right? That might have the key on it, but I can't fucking see it. It's here. Can't see it. Maybe there's something up above. Well, if you go all the way up here to get, and you get the key, then you got to go all the way down to open. I don't know. I don't know if I could be asked to go all the way back. Okay. Oh. Oh. That might have been unique to be all uniques.
I liked them better when they were dead.
Freeze. Tone.
That'll show him.
That'll show him. We get lots of like it's all, basically all of these like upgrade stuff, maybe to make sure to try to get you to max out all your gear before you get to the end, right? Because we're just getting the upgrade mats, the rare legendary ones. But my stuff's already maxed out, so...
What is that? I know that place, right? Well, that was...
That one's actually got some gloves in there. Alright. 1% crit chance. Crits have a 15% chance to root the enemy in place. Now currently we got 1% crit, 25% crit damage. Oh, that's new with this update. Look, you got the little exclamation mark at the top of each section. Ooh, that's new. That's new. Ooh. That's new. That's new. I mean, but now you got all these dots to get rid of the thing at the top. You know, I'm glad they've done that now rather than before. That would have been a bit annoying, having to see that exclamation mark every time you open your inventory because you're constantly picking shit up.
No. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
Uh-huh. It's an echo from within your soul, Marius.
I can't be certain of that. I know that I am here, and for a purpose.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
Take your time, my friend.
Right. Okay, I can do this. Let's get into it.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Uh-huh. Razvan will live the rest of his life knowing exactly what he did.
Good. And when he arrives here, he will have me to deal with. Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
It seems like we're probably going to have like a memory sequence with all of your companions as we're getting in there, right? If you know what I mean. Well, we dealt with Razvan, has got to be count for something.
It does. Closure. It means that you confronted the past we all hid from you, and you walked away victorious. You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
That's between you and your friend. We'll let
They're
him
right,
decide.
Viate. This lava flows directly between us.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
You've grown a lot, Marius.
I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Rest well. Yeah, okay.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate. Even with all of this.
Take...
Sorry, envoy. Let's talk about it back at camp, right?
What's out there? Alright, we got a healer. That's the thing we're looking for first.
Another soul for the wheel.
Do we we have a healer. Yeah, you gotta look at that first, right? If there's a healer, you gotta focus first. Oh. You know what? That looks like the place. When we come up under the water, when we started, there was just the things you couldn't get at. That looks like it's it. So if you wanted to leave the place and run back to the beginning, that's the way to go. Back to creep.
Stay on your toes.
Well, I didn't do fuck all to that, did it?
What am I hitting?
That fucking thing. He's like, what am I hitting? Or what do you fucking think you're hitting? The second one, fuck off.
Another glorious battle.
Oh! You know what? Maybe we will get to the level cap before we get to the end. Because, you know, it seems to be,
Goes a long way.
Right, we'll find another one. Friggin' Nimdoot.
Just a little spark. Little power goes a long way.
That's the way forward. Let's look down here.
I recognize this. It belongs to Tama.
You seeing this too? No. No. This can't be.
Hang on, maybe that door. I thought this was going to be the just a random side path, and maybe this is not. Hang on.
This place is crazy.
That's probably just a room with a chest in it.
Let's
And,
find your god, envoy.
and look what's in that room. Because it points to that door, which makes me think we got to go up there and talk to him, right? So there's probably like multiple. I mean, they're optional to talk to him. We want to talk to him, but we want to get all of the chatty stuff done. So that's probably going to go out to wherever this was, I think.
Just a little spark. A little power goes a long way.
Ready? Aim. I know you
we gotta go back and speak to Kai about his
Not bad
memory.
for a scholar.
Here it comes.
What's the point about it now?
Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine.
That's Tama.
I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
He looks normal to me.
Then what am I looking at? I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
So I was wondering in between and return to the wheel. This isn't Tama's soul, but perhaps a construct of your memory.
Then why does he look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
A dying man, that's what you remembered.
I did. You know, it never occurred to me how much he would have hated that. But this Tama's more than that. All his moments at once, joy, sadness, anger, or heartbreak, stomachache, everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
And so are you.
You're right. I am. It's like you said. I was so focused on my shame that I forgot about everyone else who was counting on me. I won't make that mistake again.
You've come a long way.
And we've got farther to go before this is over. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between.
I suspect you're right. Let's end this.
Alright, that's two of them. That's two of them we've had memories for. We got Fairy Lady and the Heel Bob. Yeah, so this is the other way we came around, wasn't it? It's like multiple paths to get to the same place, which is good. They're still picking up loot and shit. Why are we doing that? Why are we crazy? I was like imprinted right into us that we've got to loot everything. You know what I mean? It's like you can't do much about it. You have to do it. Years of looting shit. You just cannot walk past a corpse pile without pushing a button, even if there's nothing at all. You just can't do it. Nope.
Charge it up. Just a little spark. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
That is Giarta's one. Maybe. I don't know if it would be her one. Maybe it's her
What is the
one.
meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
It's your family all over again. Ah, okay. So, just on a hangy bit, we're gonna pause it. Yeah, that's the lab where her parents were conducting experiments, and they got the dream scourge and turned into tree people in the bottom of her base, of her under a house in the basement. And today, what have we got today? Let's see what ad we got today. Okay. Oh, it's a bunny rabbit. What is it? Oh, hang on. We actually got an ad for Greater Anglia Railway. What the fuck? Come on, Twitch, do better. Yes, Lexi. Come on, pedal on. Yes, I just had an ad for Greater Anglia Railway. What? I mean, what? I've got to travel quite a way to be able to get to have like Greater Anglia trains. What a weird ad. Give me some game ads or something. You know what I mean? It's like gaming ads is what we want. We're about 45 seconds behind our pace. Elsewhere, this sucks. We gotta step it up. We're about 5 seconds behind. Oh my god. It's alright, well, we can pull it back. Oh, a virgin. A virgin. Mace she's got on her back that we're using. I've never actually swung it and hit it. Shut up. You know, hit the 1K, done. You gotta get that 1K though. Alright, Sabadell's dredging our memories again, looking for ways to reach out to
I
us.
hate it. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
Sabadell wanted us to find this. The only question is why.
They have a sick sense of humor. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit.
21
Step
times?
forward
What?
and answer for yourself, coward.
Was that 21
Godlike of
kilometers?
Sabadell, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
What the-
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castell, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sabadell answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sabadell speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
Your parents were obliterated by the forces they sought to control.
I don't know what to say. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapodal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapodal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapodal destroyed my family.
Uh-huh. You think they're telling the truth?
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best.
What are these things?
We are companions. Toys. Diversions. Sapodal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual. Organic, much like the garden itself. Sapodal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine.
I'm sorry, Kiata.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapodal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapodal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
They deserve forgiveness.
Was it a mistake? Because no matter where we go, the gods can't stop themselves from hurting us. Our lives are a game to them. Damn it. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Sapodal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Chiara. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
What will happen to you?
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sapodal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Nurtured or neglected, every garden dies in time. We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
I'm ready.
May the living lands receive you with open arms.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
This
All right.
feels like one
That's
of
two
those
of them.
times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
There's a door now. So there's one more we got, which is, it's when we speak to her, we'll go back into the camp and try to chat with them all. I figured up here might have been where the thing was. It was leading up here, wasn't it? So... Is that where we started? Yeah, that's where we started, wasn't it? trying to find a way in that door. There could be a switch somewhere. You can see the cable, right? Well, you know what? Maybe it's just a button. I'm sitting there thinking it's like a power thing. It's not. It's a button. It's just a button. Push. With more shinies. Hello, Seafood. An amulet summons a trio of skeletons to fight with you. Okay. Alright. We got one more memory, right?
Incredible.
I should have brought my sketchbook.
There's a thing up there. How do we get up there? The stone up there to click on. Wait, I didn't even do anything. How many people out of here? Fucking hell.
Left leg.
Come on.
Dude. She's got one up here she's fighting. Oh, it's a fucking bear. Now he can't get up here, right? Because he can't jump up here. We're just... I think we should heal. Alright. Alright.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Yeah, it's up there. Maybe you gotta cut the door maybe from here. The objective is up there, right? So. This place is like a maze. Like a big old maze. We gotta get up top of here, right? So Oh. We got one more.
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before.
The magic here defies all logic. Where's it from?
A curse. Ancient whispers. Do not let it escape, they said. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Inachus in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
How do you stand up with no one to talk to, no one to visit?
The deer, the owls in our trunk, they took it all away.
Why don't you tell us what really happened?
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Oh. Did much from the sea?
We had no time to speculate. First,
Iron
they
giants.
blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
I targeted people first.
A means to an end. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
Boudica was foolish to think she'd continue that easily.
Douse the candle, only for the sun to rise again. We persisted. We were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they trap the stars? Then they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
What that wisdom gone?
They could not kill us. They would curse us to oblivion. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
They whittled you down.
Weakened. They advanced on us. They struck. They raised machines. We tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
Time stopped, didn't it happen when I died too?
Not death. Worse. A void. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
No one gets to erase history, not even the gods.
Yet they did. A light snuffed out. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
Oh, until us. It's all about us. That's been why the Emperor sent me all along.
We are the lamp. The bonfire. Forces to be controlled. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison, we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
That's not true. You're here because the other gods are afraid of you.
We are the rain, the swaying grass. What do they have to fear?
Werdica won't tolerate a guard that she can't bring to heal.
We speak, though we are bound. Perhaps our soul was always free. Soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Hello, Bucketsmith. Oh, your health constantly regenerates when below 50%. I mean, you get that now. Right now. Why not get it 20 hours ago? That would be awesome. That was seriously would have been awesome 20 hours ago.
This one's mine.
Wait, that goes. Oh. There's two of the fuckers.
What's the target?
That armor's no good. Beyond sync. Roll up 10. Beyond sync. This ahead.
Let me push the button.
This ahead.
Put a dart on.
Then roll. Heisen.
These fuckers got a lot of health. I mean, this does about 3.5k damage when it hits them, and they just does nothing to them. Drink about 15 potions.
Give me a second.
Oh, we can't tank them. Come on, Kai, get on with it.
Beyond sync. Roll up 10.
I was worried for a second.
Who's worried? About little old me? Right. Up. Up! Up into the stars! We still got Cat Lady's memory to kind of to find. Pick it up. Oh, slowly regenerate health. Look, but we just got a skill that does the same thing as that, right? We just got a skill that does exactly the same fucking thing, and it does it passively. That's shit. So we got another skill point. I don't know where to put them. I Okay, so we can just get more health. So, okay, get more health. Should max that one out, max that one out. We've maxed all the ones that in here out we want. I could put another point in there. Right, if we get another one, we'll put it in there. Now, if you got XP every time you open the chest, we would be, we'd have we'd be like max level like hours ago, right? If you could have done that. There's a point to come around here. You're not going anywhere from here, are you? There's nowhere to jump from here. A path kind of leads nowhere. Maybe it's just meant to come out there to turn around, I guess.
Beyond sync!
Oh, for fuck's sake. There's a chest over there. Windwalker boots, 4 dexterity, and some dodge distance. I mean, that's not bad, is it? We came this way, didn't we? Yeah. No! That was not the path. That was not the path. That was not the path. Oh, it put us back quite a bit before we even fought those dudes. Oh my god, that's quite a bit of... Went back quite a bit with us, didn't they? Little buggers. I'll put it in that one instead. We do the health afterwards.
We've got company.
Go up 10! They're on! Behind beyond safe! They're off!
Why is he not moving? I don't know. Why is he not moving? Wait, when we did it the first time, we didn't see these little critters.
Go up 10! Beyond sync! Behind sync! Beyond sync!
They've got to have at least like 30,000 health. That's why we're burning through like 15 potions to kill one. Right. It's kind of nutty the amount of health they got. Well, we're not going to go all the way around the back again to get that chest because there was nothing in it we're going to use, so it's not bother. We'll just avoid that back area. Now, if you could actually use the stuff after this, maybe, but you can't, you know.
That was a close one.
That was not close in the slightest, Giata. Not in the slightest. Our objective is always maybe this way is to... We're still looking for Yardsley's memory. Maybe this is the way.
This...
Yep.
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all... I wonder who she was. She looks sad and familiar.
Who's she talking to?
Garlawain's gonads. Look! It's even the same hearth from my dream.
Galloway's
And that's the
gonads.
chair. It's the picture of coziness.
Galloway's gonads.
It's plush and warm, Envoy. What more do you want?
Oh, there she is.
Finally, you've arrived.
Wait, they talk the same. They got the same voice, they got the same hair.
Wait. You must be the librarian from my dreams. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Two people with the same hair.
You do look quite familiar.
You could be twins. Except your hair's better.
It has been quite some time. Too many years to number. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgotten? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
Few can bear the mental and spiritual strain of an awakening. As often as not, it leads to madness.
Oh, darling, you know how I get around all the metaphysical talk.
That's how she'd look if
That's
she
why
was a
I'm here,
human.
remember?
I was the last of the Akita. Once the attack started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history as we could. So we retreated with as much as we could carry. The attacks? You must mean the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've heard. Is that the reason for the bodies outside? Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls of their faithful. They tried to butcher every last one of us.
Seems like they succeeded.
They did in the end. But they didn't get exactly what they wished for. I made sure of that. But how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching of the Magfolk, I couldn't breathe. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. I knew I recognized it when we killed that Magfolk. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. And perversely, I found the quiet worse. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't give your gods the satisfaction. Poison? Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
Is that razor guild dust? Tell me, did the cardiac failure happen in before or after the seizures?
Oh, you're just a barrel of fun, aren't you? Yardsley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history, but you... Someone must tell the story of the Akita, and there is no one else. I'm already an expert. What more do you want me to do? Oh, think about it, Yardsley. You have been training to be the new protector of this collection since childhood. I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your duty. I have my own dreams. Yardsley, if you do not become the new librarian, there will be no other. The stories of the Akita will turn to dust, and my people, our people, will be forgotten. Just as the burned queen wanted all along, when she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all too much. What do you think, Envoy?
So basically now she's got 3 things to do, right? She become an apprentice, go back home with her lover, or do this. We'll let her choose. We're not going to choose for her.
You're no help at all. Please, I ask for your opinion because I want it. Tell me, what do you think?
I don't want to influence your decision.
Glad to know I can always count on you, Envoy. A chosen of Sapadal, yet you do not stand with your people. How disappointing. Our time is at an end, Yatsley. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me about your marriage rites. Oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? Unfortunately, my time is at an end. You must keep Yatsley alive. She is the last hope of the Akita. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have... No. I wish that all of you had a better ending. Choose well, Yatsley. And good luck. She's gone. Forgive me, Envoy, but we should get going.
Alright, so now they want to chat with... We've got to chat with them at the camp. So now we can speak to all of them at the camp before
Akita building the library.
we meet Sapadal. Oh, I don't mean to ignore you in there. Yeah, of course I do, because we don't care too much. Alright, so... Now, we should really go to the camp and talk to them before we get to some, Right, we're gonna die horribly here, so let's, This is the perfect time to, go chat with them in the camp. So, yeah, so this is, we got most of it, so we're going right to here. And we're going to come over to here. This area is huge. Just, we'll go chat with them.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
The garden is stranger than I thought it would be.
I've heard about the garden all my life, and I never expected something like that. But thanks to you, I think I was ready for it. I mean, it was blessed bizarre, but I could handle it. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
This is what any of us expected.
I guess not, huh? You probably never expected to die and come right back either. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another. I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Yeah, quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway. If I must.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapadal's.
You were generous to forgive them.
Generous? Perhaps. Until I knew the whole story, there was never anyone to blame. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
I thought you're unburdened and free.
I suppose I have been all this time. I just never realized it. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, There's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
I wonder if a Sabado would be willing to assist you.
They probably won't even notice me. But stranger things have happened. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more, but that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
I trust you'll make the right decision for yourself. Yeah, we're not going to make choices for any of them,
Of course
right?
you trust me. I'm brilliant. But we've been together long enough that I value your opinion.
I know each other asking you twice, and you've got to give an opinion up. You want to be an
I have
animalist,
a
we'll
lot
go
of
with that.
catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it.
Your mother and father will be proud.
I know they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. I've only got one lifetime as Giata Castel. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
You're good with the animancy stuff. You should keep, doing that.
Oh, Envoy? Have you recovered?
Yes.
I don't think I have yet, but maybe talking it out will help.
Perhaps if you look at things logically, we can come to a satisfactory conclusion.
Well, it's worth a try. It's just... we already have a lot to take care of, don't we? We have a god and an empire both vying for our attention, and now I have this legacy forced on me. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst surprise. But it makes sense. My whole life has been about the godless in one way or another. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt so drawn to the ruins.
Sounds like you want to be the new librarian.
Maybe. It certainly doesn't sound too awful. It's not an answer I would have expected, but it's an answer. And now that I know, I kind of thought, well, honestly, I feel more full. Like a puzzle piece sliding right back into place.
They do
No
want
matter what happens, even if my path doesn't lead to the library, I feel better than I have in ages.
The thing is, they just want advice, but whatever advice you give, they follow it, right? Regardless, you know what I mean? Because again, you're kind of like giving each other directions, right? Go after be an apprentice, back to Fior. I'm glad you could get the answers no matter what happens next.
So am I. I think... for the first time in my life, I don't know what to do.
Congratulations, Yardsley. Now you're just like the rest of us.
No matter what, I've always known exactly what I want. But this is the first time I've had more options than time in the day. What do you think?
Oh my god. She's doing it again. I mean, what have we done before again? If she really asks us to push it, we're going to tell her to be the librarian.
I should have known better than to ask. Thank you, Envoy. Finally picking a destination makes the I'm sure Quilici would be relieved to know that I'll be back. And Envoy...
Okay, so, yeah, we'll let her decide. Yeah, no, we didn't. I mean, he didn't. So Kai hasn't asked us any like, weird batshit things, so he's not asked anything. Yeah, so which weapons? I mean, that's maxed out. This isn't maxed out. I could technically upgrade this before max that out. Our chest piece, that's not maxed out. I can get more defense. Maybe we'll put some more defense on our chest piece. I just picked up so much shit in here, right? So many different items in here. I should be able to, yeah, we should be able to do that, upgrade that. I need 21 dragon skills. Can we... Is it dragon 21 of these? Yeah, we can make 43. So yeah, we need like 21. Okay, we can max that out. Go. I'd give it about another 15% damage reduction. Hey, equipped a fully upgraded set of armor. Ooh, yeah, because all of them... Yeah, because it's fully upgraded. This isn't... That's fully upgraded, that's not. Right, we need a bunch more branches. Fuck it, let's do that too. We probably haven't got enough to do. Well, fully upgrade this. It's gonna need about 20 for the last one, right? I need 4 more. Okay, we need 4 more of those. To get 4 more of those, we need a bunch more of these. Now we can make 4 more of those. Now we can upgrade that to max. There we go. We've upgraded everything we're wearing.
How are you holding up after seeing them?
Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing if it ends like you expect, I expect there'll be like some sort of prologue scene or some sort of scene showing you what happens to them, and there'll be we'll see what decisions they make, right? I guess. We're gonna right. So Kai, we might as well put the last one of his things in. This skill he's using the most, right? I mean, for him, it doesn't matter that much. We just put it in his passive. We're not using him. We're not going to use her again, so it doesn't really matter what we use here. Now her, we got her passive. And she revives allies when she kills enemies. Okay, so this is her bubble. So while the bubble's up, she cannot get knocked back. What is to heal? We can interrupt and knock back enemies that are in range. Increase damage reduction against allies for 15 seconds. There you go. That's a bit more. Makes it a bit more defensive, right? Fucking hell! Are you taking the piss?
Sent you alone.
Ooh, she didn't even get tapped once. Wait, stop, look up. You can see most of them moving. Most of what moving? Oh, you mean most of the traps? Were you talking about the traps over there? I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're pro. We just sort traps out. Traps don't fear us, right? I got another captain right here.
Take a break before we continue.
Discover all party camps in the living lands. Okay. We just took a break. So yeah, if I knew that would have been there, we would have waited there and gone there for your chat, right? Your final chats with him before we meet the god of gods. But that looks like a fucking puzzle down there, doesn't it? That's obviously the cell where she's imprisoned.
Apadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
You mean behind, maybe behind that door where the icon points to, Kai? I didn't have the range to reach it.
Beyond sync!
Bravo!
Activate electric panel, yeah. Well, we got everything. So we're above now, so we can get that thing over
Just a
there.
little spark.
See, this is where we came out through the water and we came back, or it went back through there. So we come out above it. That's deactivated that one. I guess there's one somewhere to deactivate that one too.
Roll 10!
Here we go!
Then roll! Heisen! Beyond sync!
The fuck, I teleported.
Beyond sync! Then roll! Beyond sync! Then roll! Heisen!
You can't kill me, mate. That was a lot of damage. Fucking hell.
Everyone okay?
7 arm. Seven arm. Wait a minute. Okay. Maybe use it as a lever or something.
Careful with that thing. It's a mind of its own.
I never knew I wanted to see something so badly.
We just chill here and let them fight out.
Roll 10!
Next one's mine!
Yeah, you go down that car. I'll just chill up here.
Heisen! Beyond sync!
I'll just chill up here, mate. If we just keep picking up everything, we're gonna get fucking. I mean, you can't help it. We gotta pick stuff up, right? We're going in. We're going in. Oh, it looks like more.
So, this is how you.
This quest is massive.
Keep your guard up.
I guess it makes sense, right? Final quest and stuff. So the mag folk are the ones that are probably put here to guard it because they're the ones from the people that made the prison, and the others are, I don't know, just the dream trolls, I suppose. We'll look around while they fight, right? So by the time we go over there, there'll just be the two big guys left, I think. They're not doing any damage to Otto, so they're doing absolutely no damage to the big boy.
10! Scheiße!
Give me a second.
Serum das Licht! Scheiße! Ist Beyond sick! Enemy to the right!
Another arm.
10! Scheiße! Beyond sick!
Hello. You're gonna have to require that you don't play games before you're what? Well, that Dicky Hogan was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good.
Scheiße!
Let me catch my breath.
Magfolk and Mordecai's armies to enforce order and dissent. I kind of figured they'd all be on the same side, but no. The undead are not. Alright, we're gonna let him out now, right? Is there another one I didn't pick up? I mean, there's a lot of shit we didn't pick up. One of these might have the other arm in it. Where's the other dude die? That's the first one, wasn't that? That was the first one. Oh, there it is. The orange. No! What timing? What timing for the thing to pop up? Let's chill right there for a second while we wait for that. And we will do another K. So every time this is this is our third kilometer we're pedaling today. And then we'll be down to needing to 20 or 19 more times. Oops. I don't know. We're going to do 21 times, apparently. Hey, you know what? We were talking about Rainbow Siege X. I've got an ad for Rainbow Siege X. Veteran Wars free access beta coming soon. Beta, it says coming soon, March 13th. That's today. That's why everyone's playing it today. Today the beta started. But no, not for me. It doesn't entice me. No. It doesn't entice me because, you know, it's Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six is a game you need to actually play with, you know, other people and stuff, and actually like communicate. We don't do that, do we? We don't do none of this like people stuff. That's just, yeah. That's not hard work, it is. What's that now? Exclusively on Sky. What is it? Actually looks pretty good. I don't know what the fuck it is. Gangs of London next week. We are right near the end. We're near the end, and hello, Mr. We're near the end. We're just about to let the god out of its cage, I think. Just about. 100 meters to go. It woofed. I was probably having people, mobs shouting in my ear, and I missed your woof. I see you woofed. I see you woofed 7 minutes ago. I missed your woof. Alright, let's go. Cutscene time. So this is where she's apparently imprisoned. A guard that we've spent the whole time trying to get to. Not. No. We've got lots of stuff. We've got more since we got here, and there's nothing to spend it on. Sadly. Touch it.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real. Then steps. A voice. Through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, you are here.
I mean, it's a pretty neat like design of like a mob, like a boss or a god. I like it. Despite the efforts of the other guards.
They choked our light, clipped our wings, pinned our hands. We felt only the bars, the shackles. They did not explain. We wish it could have been different. We only wanted connection. But the other gods imprisoned us. Left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
You mean Woedica?
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Wait, something's happening in Paradise?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Send my boat across the living lands? Even an Archmage couldn't do that.
A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear the way. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
Like, no more gibberish, I'm meant to end you. No, we're not. We're gonna set her free. We don't want to end her. You want freedom once more.
We want nothing more than that. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
I will set you free, I promise. Yeah, we are gonna set her free.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you offered your hand.
Aye. You go for fighting something bigger than me.
You taught us mercy. Always mercy. We saw how you would fight for those who could not. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
If you promise you'll do better.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
What are you talking about?
The beautiful thing you killed.
I've killed lots of bears, right?
Have forgotten.
They were attacking us.
Asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
I do. Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it.
More than anything, that is what we desire too.
The very first.
Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease.
I've already told her like 15,000 times we're letting her free.
It is
Right.
all we have
You know what I mean?
wanted for so long.
They're trying to like make sure you pick the right choice. You know what I mean? We're just gonna free her if we know. Just tell us now.
Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mulch.
Charming. 29.5 now. So. Wait, unleash the power of Sapadal to lift all nearby enemies in the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. What? It is done. Sapadal is freed. I think we still gotta take care of the bad guys, like the Garrotes and Ludwin. I think if they come back, I'm sure Ludwin's gonna be back. We gotta fight her again. Just where we realized we made a very bad mistake. Hello, Red Dog. We just freed her, Red Dog. We just freed Sapadal.
Andra's depths.
It's paradise. But what happened here?
Gods.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
You're telling me Sapadal could have opened a portal to the garden the whole time? Probably not. What happened to you?
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks?
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Okay. I wonder who struck first.
It's who strikes last that counts.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
It would.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I freed Sapadal from the prison. The Dream Scourge is over. Hello, Star. But yeah, when we finished yesterday, we had 2 quests left. So, but you know, final missions, huge. We got big final missions, right?
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
War has a mind of its own. No one will care about what we've done.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. Now the survivors fight over its bones. We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Yeah, when we started, we let's just say we pulled it out when I started the stream. Went to click the icon and it didn't. We had to download like a 10 gig update. Oh. Wait, vendors? Now?
I couldn't think.
This
Envoy, what does the Garrote think they're doing?
Whatever it takes to show parody they're in charge.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Is everything appearing all right?
They broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
You're fine.
You always were a forgiving friend.
We should move. Let's hope the
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll... I'll leave...
Wait, we got a vendor now? I don't need a vendor. I guess a vendor if you want to get last minute stuff to upgrade, right? And we got nothing to upgrade. This is like, I guess, the people from the city that are now out.
Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work. I heard she made
Whoa.
Giata, where have you been?
Where haven't I been? I journeyed to the heart of the living lands.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up.
Well, this is the chick we
How
did
is Emerald Stair?
with
More
our undead
importantly,
farmers.
how are you?
Thriving on both counts. I'm happy to report. My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Good thinking.
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. Emerald Stair is healing, believe it or not. Once this is over, our crops will flourish like never before.
Seems guys is behind us.
Indeed. The metaphysical currents of the living lands are beginning to settle. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Yeah, so these here are going to keep everyone alive and safe.
We know you. Did you help us? We smell steel. Should...
We held them off in Fjord. We can hold them off here, too.
How's Casagrada?
As prepared as it...
It's about time Fjord stepped up to defend the rest of the living lands.
It's like all the people we saved and did quests for, all chilling here, right? Are dead people.
If you're wounded, find a place to lie down. Someone will get to you before you bleed out. If I seem distracted, I apologize. I'm tending to the fallen, as you can see.
Let me know if you need anything.
Believe it or not, we have more than enough supplies. The Clavager knew this day might come. Unfortunately, my hands are full with the dying and the dead, and there's too many of both. If I don't get any sleep, I might be the next casualty.
Take a break.
I suppose I've earned a couple of winks. The next time we see each other, I just hope the fighting's done.
Relaxation helps to clear the mind. Nothing else comes close.
Alright, what else we got hanging out here? Looks like down there we're seeing the people from Fior. Where's the folks from Thirdborn? There they are.
I don't want to go to Yezwa.
As soon as my gun's cleaned, I'll get out there. Can't risk a jam on the battlefield.
Envoy, how did you...
I don't know. Where did you come from? You just appeared out of nowhere.
It's a long story. What are you doing here?
Once word about Paradis reached us, we were allowed to go. But listen to me rambling. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here.
Ooh.
As much as you can. Be good to the Living Lands.
That's what we've been doing the whole freaking game. Even Living Lands has put you through. That's what you desire.
Yes, but more than that, I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that.
Okay.
When we strike as Pardrunen, we strike as one.
It's better.
Show the Steel Geralt who built the Living Lands.
What else we got? Where's the other third world? Scrubs. Hang on, maybe up the other side or to look that side. Yeah, there's some third worlders. Or third borns, I should say. Alright. Let's go. Hey, we got two of them want to talk to us in the camp. We're going to run past the camp to get there. We'll stop and see what they want to say on the way past. Was it Marius and Furry? The furry lady. The cat girl. Whatever she wants to call herself today. Jesus isn't here, Stumpy.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on
My
the eve of
apologies.
battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before...
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Uh-huh. You gonna be alright, Kai?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
At least one of us is ready.
I can't say that I'm prepared, but I'm ready.
How about you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows? I'm completely baffled, but when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
That guy reminds me of Stumpy. What about you, Giata?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answers. But I found them. Or perhaps they found me. And now, it's like there's a new path laid out before me. A life after the Dream Scourge. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
And I was out of my watch.
Thank goodness. I don't know what happens if you die in the garden, but I'm sure it's complicated.
What about you, Yatsli?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry on a legacy, but... well, here we are. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. Me? Oh, I think I need another drink. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
I'm a mess. I did free Sapado, yes. Terrible.
Under the circumstances, that's entirely reasonable.
We did free Sapado.
Join the club.
I'd been more concerned if you weren't scared. Did you think we'd judge you for that?
I mean, in the past, Sapado has obviously done some bad things, but I don't think deep down she is evil. As if it was out of... you know, she's better than the alternative, right? You've got, like, Wodica and her army, which are, you know, perfectly evil, right? And you've got this god that's done a lot of nasty shit to try to save herself, which, you know, I reckon we made the right choice. The thought crossed my mind.
I'm the least judgmental person I know.
None
I
of
think
us
we made
thought
the
this
right
would be
choice.
easy. For you, most of all. We've survived our own hardships. Now we'll survive yours.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go.
That's right, we did.
Takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that
Well, thank you,
point.
Garrus.
You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my priceless vase. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Mm-hmm. Five eyeballs on a mission to confront the guard. What could go wrong?
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Low,
Not to
red
raise
dog.
the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living land's suddenly at peace.
Wodica is
Just
the
this
devil.
once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's Giada's scary story time, does it?
I thought my stories were insightful.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Everyone get some rest.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
Get some rest. That goes for everyone.
Yeah, we got people that want to talk to us.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Understood. Same here. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
This, I think, what we're coming up against is the end, right? The last big battles and stuff. It's got to be, right? This is just politics.
Someone once told me that war is just applied politics. Never really understood what that meant. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
Oh, fine. I got a really good one about the foundling of Solace.
I promise you I've heard it. Talk to you later, Envoy.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
Let's take close and we'll get through it together.
If the garden didn't kill us, I don't think anything can. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
Maybe, Mammon. They've all been through it before, probably thousands of times, with other people playing. We have unfinished business with a Steel Garrote.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring, so let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
I really hope that Ludwig does come back. Will.
I think that's enough wool gathering for now. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Don't stay up too late. Until next time.
Don't stay up too late. Oh, she still wants to talk to us. God damn.
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
Keeping Sabados trapped wasn't good for the island.
No doubt it would have gotten worse over time. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
Use it to better the living lands.
That's a lot of responsibility, but I have faith you're equal to it. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
Either way, things could not continue as they have.
For better or worse, change is inevitable.
That's right.
Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
Anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time.
Until next time.
You too.
Alright, they don't want to talk anymore. We're
So
good.
those green people in the garden.
Let's go. Let's go. We take the tank and the healer, because that's all we need, right? Because we're the big damage. All the big damage is here in this chair.
Envoy, didn't think I'd be seeing you again. From one battlefield to another, eh? Dream thralls and now this. Ludwig.
All right, so he is the leader of we got leader of each of the different areas here, right?
Is it really you?
So he's the guy from
told us you
Parody.
went to some place called the Garden to seek a god.
When you didn't return,
And
we
she's
took
the
you
one
for
from
dead.
the final zone.
What did you see there?
It's
The god
Kolichi
you
from
felt in
Fior.
Makutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge?
And
It
then we
was
got
the act of a god this whole time?
From Thirdborn.
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I'm out of a living god in freedom.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found
This
that a
guy's got
quick
really
fix is
little
often
eyes.
anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Wodica imprisoned Sapado in the garden. I let them out.
Wodica no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutedek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakukubel. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
Uh-huh. I could no more leave a young girl to rot in a cage than I could a gift.
Altruism is fertile ground for folly, I've found.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle.
Hey, Ludwine is back.
She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
Yes. I remember killing Ludwine.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days. But you wouldn't know it, judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
She'll go down again.
Oh. All right. Let's keep the similes to ourselves.
I really thought I killed her for good.
Oh, cheer
Next
up.
time.
You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Of course we can.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
What do you know about this attack?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Why attack Paradise now?
The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly.
Oh.
Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement.
Fuck that. Fat fucking chance of that.
Somewhere inside that hollow head of hers, I believe she always hoped she'd turn you to her side. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
What's the state of the city?
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe, southern Paradise is in pieces, and the remaining militia batters at the gates to no avail.
Is there nothing our people can do?
Given the state of our supply routes after the Dream Scourge, and the Steel Garrote's destruction, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water in a matter of days.
What happens next?
Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
Okay. So, United Living Lands. Why are we involved in this decision? I already know what I'm fighting for. Ludwig's vision for the Living Lands. I know it.
Well, don't leave me in suspense.
It'd be best to let Living Lands officials become a colony of Adir. No. Stand with Ludwig and Stilgarat. No. I don't know what is this Gefram thing? And can we have a look at what is that? What did it's not actually here to see what it means. I don't know what that actually means. We're just gonna I believe we should fight to unite for United Living Lands.
Oh, gods have mercy.
Which one?
Solus and her wardens stand vigil with the Living Lands.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the Living Lands.
Fjord and her animancers stand
the
with the
invaders.
Living Lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
Gods, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwig and the Stilgarot. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
I would take her out. Solus isn't he? No, Solus is a name of a place in this game. You think the Grefram is to be controlled by it? Yeah, fuck that. Don't meet her on a battlefield. Let no man stand who tries to stop me.
The Living Lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwig must die her final death.
It's gonna happen.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One
last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
I thank you for trusting me.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Stilgarot a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the Living Lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the Living Lands protect you.
Let's take back the city together. Show the Stilgarot how the Living Lands takes care of its own.
Time to stop the Stilgarot. Lead the way, Envoy.
Let's go! Hey, two of them want to talk to us again. Motherfucker! Alright, we got to chat with them. Could be our last chance.
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
I see you're still up.
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of lore and story going on, Stumpy. I like it. It's good. Especially, I mean, when it's written well, it's good. And I think Obsidian, they definitely made some mistakes with the game. But one thing that with Obsidian, it's even looking at their past games as well, like the Pillars games, they got very good writers in their midst. You're right, it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's necessary.
You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival, not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die.
Yeah, this guy's totally Stumpy. He's always Debbie Downer.
Until the island decides it's time
Totally
for a
Stumpy.
change.
If Stumpy was a dwarf, he'd be this guy.
Really? But it's
Are you a
blessed day
dwarf,
of soccer when you
Stumpy?
think
Is this
about
guy
it.
like your twin? I'm glad you're with me.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be all right, Envoy. You go get some blessed day rest.
Is there a fucking grumpy little fuck sometimes? Alright, grumpy little fuck. Alright, we got another point. I got nowhere to spend my point. Let's just put in a random skill. We got, so we maxed out that one. That's maxed. That's also maxed. That's maxed. That's maxed. That's maxed. Yeah, it's maxed. Let's re-max that out. Nah, let's max that one out. Give us a little bit more essence. Alright. Giata.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise Militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased.
Screw him.
Indeed. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
If Lang's accepted me for who I am, I can't forget that.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
Okay. So you're concerned about crossing paths with Ludwig again?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Guess Sapodal challenged her faith.
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapodal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So I can just destroy her, I have to destroy her faith.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research.
Well, luckily she's got a heal spell, so she's always going to be with us, right? If you know what I mean. Alright, let's go. Get some rest. Let's go. Let's go. It's happening. Right, I've been talking for about half an hour. Now it's time to get going, right? How do we get down there? Just go through the gate, I suppose. Yeah, load up. Hang on, load up with we got some stew. Oh, we got all the stuff. Like type. So we got a bowl of we'll start off with a bowl of stew, right? We'll put some beetle sausages in it. We'll put some rust sausages on top, and we'll have some porridge for dessert, and then another bowl of stew at the end.
Settle you got!
Nicely done!
Nothing like a win with a good team.
They're off!
They ain't ready for this.
Show me what
They're off!
Hey, there's a dude we have to we helped that dude on a quest. We did a quest for this guy and we saved him, right? We give him a cure to save his life, and he's now here to help us. That's kind of cool. I like that. I kind of like it when games do that. You know what I mean? It's like your choices come back and help you. You know what I mean? Seems like the more thorough you are during the your side quest, the more help you get at the end.
Another soul for the wheel.
Let the worst come. I am ready.
I was worried for a second.
Foolishness. Let the worst
Thanks,
come.
mate. Coming to help.
Ready.
As you know, yesterday when we finished, it looked like no way was we going to be level cap before the end. But yeah, we're definitely hitting level cap before the end. Right?
We've got company.
Oh fuck off! He just fucking dodged out of the way like a scrum. How dare he? Bye-bye.
Beyond sync!
I'll hang back and watch the gate.
Hey, reach max level.
I'll teach you.
Alright. We got max level. One more point. Oh shit, 2 more points to spend. We've got 1 more point to put in here. Let's go with that. Abilities I got. I don't know where to find them. I'm gonna find points. Maybe get a bit more health. Why not? What is passive ones down the bottom? Killing enemies restore 10% of your companion's health. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Every time we kill an enemy, they get 10% health back. Which is good, because they die. They kind of like take a lot more damage than I do. Although, saying that, with her here, with the shield and the bubble, they don't really die. She's got this crazy shield, which is crazy.
First Eagle's Reach, now here.
Hang on. More grub. What are you doing here? Oh, it's Juliana!
I thought you left town weeks ago.
The sugar's gone too far. I'm here to put a stop to it.
About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
And she's the bathhouse owner. But, yeah. We helped her out. She's not bad. Is everyone at the moment down alright?
Of course. We came here first. I had to pull Nasha away from pouring hot oil off the roof. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you.
I don't mind. We take on all cameras. Ooh.
It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
Okay, I appreciate it.
You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the steel garrote a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
Good luck.
I didn't think the world had any heroes left.
Only me. Yeah, she's got good hair. Yes, Sabienta.
Envoy! I doubted I'd ever see you again. I must thank you once again for bringing me the Lumisadra.
Yeah, I'm glad I could help.
With some creative exploration, I was able to refine the
I kind of wonder if they give us, you know, you talk to these NPCs you did quests for, will they give you some goodies at the end, you know what I mean?
It seems fate was on my side. I know you have much to do in town, so...
He didn't give us nothing. He could have done, couldn't he?
We should go now. The fighting's
There's
dying down.
Laura. Where's we go?
Hear the screaming outside?
Envoy, am I ever glad to see you?
It's a Laura.
I'd like to see the garrote take Paradis from us.
We saw her right at the very, very beginning, didn't we? At the game, when we got to help us.
They're off!
Let's get her!
Scheiße!
Never had a chance.
They're off! Beyond sink! Ten!
I mean, that ice pillar thing is nuts. It really is good.
Scheiße!
Good night, Elswin. Wait, there's one of them left. Where did it come from?
Protect the envoy.
Beyond sink! They're off! Scheiße! Beyond sink!
Well, grow up. No, I'm happy I got 100 lots of beetle sausages. Well, sleep well, Elswin. Who's that? She's waving at us.
Envoy over here.
Oh, this is the vendor in the first town.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
Liviana, don't you ever take a break?
You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you. Fighting the steel garrote. What have you got to say for yourself?
Nice to see you too.
Well, at least you're alive. Try and keep it that way. Kai, is this your doing?
Come on. I couldn't have kept her out of the action if I wanted to.
I knew you were a bad influence. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. War is a damn bloody mess.
You think? Uh-huh. Anything I do to help?
Yeah, stop the fighting. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but it's always nice catching up with a former patient. Wait a second. Jada? Jada Castell? What are you doing in the middle of this?
Surviving. It's good to see you, Liviana. Unfortunately, we're on a tight schedule. Do you need anything? Money? Supplies?
Once this is over, I could always use another pair of hands at the clinic. The invitation's still open.
Thank you, but I've decided to tough it out as an animancer. On my own terms. Can you manage without me?
Are you kidding? I'm happy for you. Besides, I've got Chico on bandage duty. I just wanted you to know there's a place here whenever you want it. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try not to die a second time.
Try not to die a second
Take
time.
care of yourself, Livia.
Wait, did you see that? We actually
Radius is gonna
teleported
need you when
into the
dust
room.
settles.
I mean, all the dead people, all the bodies, you can loot them. We're trying not to. I'm not looting random bodies. You know what I mean?
Envoy?
We loot them.
It's good to see you
We
fighting
loot
on the
things
right
with
side
people
of
we
history.
kill, right? That's
Out
it.
of curiosity, what turned you against the Steel Garrote?
But give me a sec. I just want to go to the bathroom. Yeah, we'll go to the bathroom. We'll jog to the bathroom instead of doing that bike ride. We're gonna jog, so just picture that in your head. Mammon. Oh, I'm sorry, Stumpy. I don't have a bottle I can pee in on my desk. If you know what I mean.
It's high
I bet
time you
you do.
explain that to a few people. You know the Steel Garrote a lot better than we do. Their coordination is damn impressive. Any advice?
Oh, I went to the bathroom, I went downstairs and I got myself a biscuit and I ate walking up the stairs. So, yeah. Sticking them with a pointy end.
That's the best you've got? Well, thanks, I suppose. Feel free to do whatever you do best, just stay out of our way.
Sometimes the obvious advice is best.
Yeah, stick them with a pointy end.
Envoy!
Then roll! One for you! Beyond sink! Tyson! Then roll!
Still recovering.
Roll 10! Beyond sink! Tyson!
What the? I'm not gonna see that fucking big dude in the background.
Roll 10!
Roll up, then. I can take care of the
You've got better aim than the sharpshooter.
Get all the puppet balls. Get all the purple pink balls. Get our energy back. Hey, we got a lockpick. Perfect time to get a lockpick, right?
Ludwine's lost it. She's hunting everyone and everything, even you.
She's going down!
Wodaka demands your submission.
There she is, that's her.
Stand against her and fall.
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
There she is! Right, hang on. Porridge, stew, beetle sausage, Rosnout sausage, beetle sausage, beetle sausage. F5.
There you are. So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Uh-huh. You tried twice by my count. Maybe the third time's a charm.
You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
Little Knights will unite and remain free. There's nothing you can do about it.
You can tell Wodaka yourself once we've sent you back to the wheel.
Don't insult my intelligence or my commitment to the cause. Treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Uh-huh. Sounds like you've already made up your mind.
Judgment has been
No, it's
passed.
not. She's like the
Now
Inquisitor of a
comes the
god.
sentence.
But she's an undead.
Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
I won't fight you, Ludwig. I don't need to. Wait, what? Hang on, we got an intelligence option.
You will. You must. You have no choice. Face me and die with honor. Or fall to your knees and die as a coward. How you die doesn't matter. But you will die. Every vestige of Sapadal must be wiped from this earth. The burned queen demands it.
We are a challenge to her authority. She is afraid of what we mean.
I'm guessing the intelligence choices here is you doing what Giata said at the camp, like trying to go against her faith, right? So Wodaka's frightened of Sapadal, exists outside of her power, a new heir to the throne of the gods.
Blasphemy. Sapadal is a clot in the heart of the world. What should they matter?
She's just as cute, Mama Lord, as Minfara.
Your god will meet their end just as soon as I'm through with you. Hear me, Envoy. I am the avatar of the burned queen, the goddess of retribution. I am her sword arm, her will in the world. And so long as I can fight, I will be her champion.
But she fails, and fails, and fails her god. How long until Wodaka finds a new
Hello,
avatar?
Ugly Dog Gaming. We're almost there. Okay, so each time, this is the third up, each time the requirement goes up by 1, right? So it was like 13, 14, same with these ones. Each conversation option, the requirement goes up by 1. So this is 14 now. The plan lies in ruin. Sapadal is free and I'm alive.
I've done all that I could. She sees that. She must. It isn't my fault. You opposed me at every step. I believed we were alike, Envoy. That when the time came for you to prove your loyalty, you would choose Adir. I believed the dream of our future, of our resurgent empire, would move you as it does me. And if that failed, I believed the Burn Queen would stop you. Yet here you stand before me, my enemy, unopposed by the gods. Why?
The worm of doubt gnaws at her soul. Where was Wodica when she needed her most? Where is she now?
I mean, is it going up again like 15 now? So this is the final fight, right? I think it's the final fight of the game. If Wodica really believed in you, she would have made sure you won. She wanted you to fail.
No! The Burned Queen witnessed my devotion and accepted me as her champion. I don't need anything else. I can still prevail. I must.
She's not coming to save you. It's just you against the entire living lands.
I feel her fire in me. I know I do.
Do you?
Wodica, my lady! Where are you?
No answer.
She despises you, despises your weakness.
No! It's not true!
Shame. Suffocating shame.
You are nothing.
Stop! I can't!
Give up.
No.
Wait, what?
No! No!
We're going to talk her out of a fight? We did!
Look at me! Wodica!
Did we? We did! Wow. Okay. Yeah! Final fight.
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
We can't. She's got a big sword as well. We can't pick it up.
We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free. Forever.
Yeah, we freed Sapadal, and I was ready to fight her, but I didn't have to, I suppose.
As though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it. The ringing of a distant bell. The waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand.
I didn't realize she had 6 arms.
The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the living lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Fugitives no more. The rebels of Paradise return to their home and to other free settlements, bringing their skills and secrets wherever needed. For once, they have a future. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. In time, The people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. Research yields new developments in the struggle against nature. Technology is shared among the United Settlements. The Empire cannot get in the way of progress. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first. But after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the living lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. When Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running. He finds a town that's been diminished by struggle, conflict, and tragedy. He finds home. He helps repair Thirdborn's walls and train its defenders, carrying on Tama's legacy. And while his labors do not restore all that was lost, they build something new. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a Warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the living lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Messiverno lives on in her. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Soppadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Soppadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy.
That's cool.
And a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them. But they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Credits! That was kind of cool. That was a, the statue was neat. That was like the outcome of a side quest. It's a neat game, Crowbar. Yes, it is neat. Alright, we need, there's a couple of, I need to see, I've been waiting, and I need to know the names of a few of the voice actors. Hey, look, we saw credits. We said we was going to see them today, and we're seeing credits. They're rolling. The credits be rolling. It didn't take long. It was only about, I don't know, 60 hours we spent on it. That's about it. I think about 60 hours. I think it's less than. I think that's less than you spent. C4, wasn't it? DLC time? I don't think there is any deal. They've got no plans of it. I don't think they're going to do any DLC. I don't think we're getting. It's not going to happen, is it? +80 hours. I mean, I kind of get a feeling though that the outcome that we got there through those slides, we actually did get a positive ending. That was that seemed like a good ending to me. So we got a good ending, I think. I kind of wonder how it would have looked if you totally sided with like the Garrote and sided with Ludwig. That would have been very, very different through many parts of the game. I'm sure some of you here are looking at credits thinking, yes, that fucking game's over. But hey, it was good. I liked it. I did enjoy it. And lollipop. You have Avowed to watch Bot play that. Well done, but you are right at the credits. So unfortunately, you're not watching a lot. Unfortunately. I actually remembered to open the multi-chat this time so I can see YouTube chats, which I know I sometimes forget. But I remembered today. I remember. In loving memory. Oh yeah, we're basically at the end of the game. I haven't done the rest of the game. The rest of the game I have not done on both platforms, but the ending I did because I was probably gonna export the ending over to YouTube to put in a playlist of game endings. You know, especially long games, I tend to export the ending. So we're doing it. I'm on YouTube right now. What? That's right, man, my lord. We've been on YouTube for streaming the end. Yes. The downside is, unlike the I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing YouTube sends out notifications to subs. I don't know. I don't know how notifications work on YouTube end. I think it sends emails to people. I don't know. Start a new game. No, we're not gonna start a new game just yet. Yeah. So if you load the game in, it's right near the final battle, right? I suppose. What's that? Yeah. So 55 hours. So we probably did about 55 and a half hours. We spent. Well, yeah, we didn't have a final fight because we didn't have to fight her. We talked her out. You know what I mean? Maybe we missed out there because we didn't actually fight her in the end. Maybe we missed out on that, right? You did. I guess. I mean, I wonder what the other options were. So it was free. You had like resolve, intellect, and another one where you had like multiple options all the way up to like 15 at the end. I wonder if you could have done the same with the others. You should get back into it with your character. Well, yeah. I mean, that makes. Maybe I know Red Dog was saying a lot of people have been asking about New Game Plus, so maybe they'll do it. You know, maybe eventually they'll do a New Game Plus. If enough people actually ask them for it, maybe they'll do it. Yeah, mods are not really going to add New Game Plus to the game, though, are they? Mods probably won't do that. Right. I mean, mods will probably do other things, but I don't think they're modding a New Game Plus. But I think as far as Obsidian, I reckon Obsidian are probably okay to move on. They're probably done, right? They're probably done with it, and they're probably going to move. They'll probably already moved on to their next project. Apart from some fixes, did have a patch today. They had like a 12 gig patch today, and yeah. Do you see the 65 gig KCD patch dumped today? That was actually pretty big too. Yeah, that was actually good. We actually finished it. Took us about 15 years, but we have finally finished it. And yeah. Next big game I guess we're playing is next week when Shadows comes out, which is actually next Thursday. So this time next Thursday, next week, we'll be playing Shadows. We've been playing Shadows for a few hours, and we would have played it enough to know if we hate it or if we like it, right? If you know what I mean. You're loving Ronin. Yeah, Stumpy's playing Rise of Ronin to get himself ready for Shadows. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it because yeah, not my sort of it. I don't think I've played any game from the developer. I think they did the Neo games as well, didn't they? I've never played any of them. Yeah, not my thing. You should. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not my thing. But yeah, that was good. We're done. So it's over. After many hours, and you know what? I've actually got to go back and look at the VOD because what a failure.